Welcome everyone, I'm Tim, and this is the controller. Thanks for clicking on Fallout 4 No Armor, where last time we finished going up north to Sanctuary to send a bunch of people back down to Hangman's Alley as pack mules to bring all of our junk and stuff that we could possibly want. And now we are in Diamond City, where I talked to Arturo, picked up some 50 cal ammo, so hopefully we can go back to Hangman's Alley and fix up those weapons with all the gear that just got brought in. And then we can adventure on into the city a little bit further and try to pick up one more perk that I really want to get before we really get into the meat of the game. And we are getting a little tired and thirsty and hungry, but I think it is good to note there are 4 birds sitting right there. One, little animation of landing, 2 stuck in the scenery, and 1 actually landed looking around pretty nice. And 1 more over there. Gotta love Fallout 4 and its little quirks. Physics objects. Those are always a struggle. But with that, I think we can... Oh, look at that. Even more. Lovely, lovely indeed. They're not even sitting on anything. But I digress. It is time to head on out and get back to Diamonds. Get back to Hangman's Alley. And with that, let's jump into it and get rolling. And there we go. It is a brand new day. Back in Hangman's Alley. Well rested. Just need a little bit of water to top back up. And here we are. We have everybody still sleeping. Codsworth is here. Sturgis, Preston, and June as well. Got a little doghouse for Dogmeat if he so chooses to grace my presence with his presence. Would be great, as I had to dismiss him just so I could gain the junk from Preston and put that into the workshop. But as you can see, we now have plenty of stuff in the workshop. Did build a nice little cabinet for my ammunition and also my weapons, and just a suitcase to store all of my goodies in, for like purified water and extra drugs. But now that it is morning time, it is time to investigate what we can do with our weapons. So I do actually am sitting on 2 50 cal rifles, which I'm going to want to combine that with my suppressed pipe bolt action sniper rifle. So basically the only thing I'm going to want from this is the suppressor to keep it silenced. And these have like long night vision scope, not that great. I want to run with my normal medium scope, but we'll check into the long finned barrel and the long ported barrel, see if either one of those make more sense over top of the long light. But we also have Righteous Authority, and we had taken the science perk, so we can take a look at that, whether we want to change the capacitor around. And same thing with the barrel. Do we want to switch up the barrel at all? And same thing with, like the muzzle. Do we turn it into a shotgun? Which would be an interesting thing to go about for short range, as we have a short combat rifle. Now we are just going to go right into improving that, and unfortunately it's going to take higher than just gun nut 1 that we have, but we can put that right up to hardened right off the bat, and 65 damage for a relatively short range weapon that can get off a lot of shots and VATS is good. We can improve that to short light, which would take less AP to get that going. Short stock, we can't do anything. Standard mag, can't do anything. But we can improve the sights to doing a reflex sight, which will be easier for it to aim. And again, don't really want to put anything into the muzzle. So with this having a solid 65 damage that we can do, Righteous Authority only does 51. Now I will be able to improve that just a little bit based on, you know, like if you do the, you know, beam splitter would increase it, or beam focuser, you know, all these different things that might help out a little bit. But is it worthwhile to try to make it into more of a shotgun, or do it just as make it into like a pistol so it is as light as possible to only build up the crits? Because we also have the short combat shotgun, which that also requires gun nut 2 before you can actually start to get into any of the decent things such as the powerful receiver. But we can make that hardened, and right away that is up to 99 damage. So that is a very, very good thing to have. And shotgun is only going to be for short range. Really no sense of making a long barrel of it, because if we're shooting longer distance, honestly, we should just be using our combat rifle instead of the shotgun. So again, with this, can't really do much here, although you can get a medium magazine or do the quick eject mag as well. So either one would be viable option. Get a lot of shots or quick reload. Now, I think a lot of shots would be the right scenario, because reload time shouldn't matter if it's short range. If you run out of ammunition in the short range, you're going to be in trouble and probably be going down anyway. Same thing here. We may as well put it on up to like reflex sight. We'll do a dot for this one. And again, don't need a bayonet or anything on that. So right off the bat, you can see Righteous Authority, even though it is energy weapon, is beginning to fall behind just the combat rifle and the combat shotgun that we have. So it is interesting scenario for what to do with that. Unfortunately, it can't be silenced at all, which would be really nice if it could be. But this also could potentially make a very, very good sniper rifle. But in the meantime, I'm going to want to keep my silencer with my 50 cal and go that route. So as of right now, I think we'll run with Righteous Authority, but I'm going to make that as light as possible and just make that into a pistol. Well, there we have it. Righteous Authority is now a pistol, so it is only doing 35 damage, but we still are rocking the boosted capacitor. Really couldn't improve that really all that much, as the maximized capacitor would be the next, and that is take science 2. But we do have the improved short barrel on there, standard grip, reflex sight, and beam focuser. So our range isn't overly long, but we have a very solid 80 accuracy with it. And this is only going to be used for like just the little critters, rad roaches, anything that's a weaker enemy that we can just grind up, fill the critical meter as fast as possible. And we did end up going with the, here we go, suppressed 50 cal pipe bolt action rifle. So we are rocking the long finned barrel, has no accuracy penalty when aiming. So that will be very, very good, because my shooting is subpar at best. So I'm going to need all the help I can get. And we swapped over the medium scope, and we have the recoil compensating stock. So all in all, we are doing pretty good. So our loadout will be the shotgun, rifle, and a pistol as well. So a fair amount of weight being carried around, especially once we get the shotgun shells. But our damage output and variety of weapons will be very, very solid indeed. So all in all, I think we are pretty well set. We can just eat up. Hopefully, can find dog meat on the way out, but not sure. He might be just in this back alley.
That's it.
As dog meat does like to roam around a fair bit. Oh, dog meat. hopefully I'll be able to find them. Just drop off these weapons that don't actually need, and then we can get heading on out a little bit further. One other thing that I did happen to forget, I always forget these easy little perks that you can do. Hop on the old pommel horse, gain that agility boost, and we are good to rock and roll. Can do that for pretty much any of the special stats, which is very nice indeed to be able to do that. But getting one more agility isn't going to hurt one little bit. Get that little bit more action points that we desperately are going to want and need. And unfortunately, I have not been able to find dog meat. So I'll give one more quick look around. Don't want to get too caught up looking for him, but he would certainly be nice to have around just because, I mean, let's be real. He's definitely helped me out of a pinch a time or two or 10. So it would be nice to see him. I don't know exactly what happened or why he's not around or in the doghouse. So a little disappointing there. I know I for sure sent him to Hangman's Alley. So nothing else I can really do except for just wander around and hope for the best that he happens to turn up one of the times, and if he does, then we might be okay. So I know sometimes Preston, he likes to wander around, will be down in this tunnel. Maybe Dogmeat is down in the tunnel as well. Does not appear as though he is. So, got the trader that is living under here. Dogmeat, are you hanging out by her? No. You're not? Okay. Well, nothing that I can't live without there. So, alas, I hear gunfire again, and, ooh, Raider Scaver. Right in my face. Test out the new 50 cal. Good shot there. Doesn't see me, just a basic Raider. 80% chance. Liking this gun already. Notched 2 kills. And we are still in caution. Oh, a scum. Do you just have, like, a knife? That'd be bad news for you. And, of course, parched, because why not? Why not? So, and he was carrying a combat rifle. Alright. It's just too bad. I really wish I could find dog meat, but, you know, I guess you win some, you lose some. And dog meat will certainly turn up at some point. Just do one last swing around. Got a little far away from Hangman's Alley. Do one more swing through, and then we can just continue onward. And my goal is to head to the Boston Public Library, get that intelligence bobblehead, and then we'll be sitting really, really good. Ah, shucks. Oh, dog meat. I will miss you. Then we'll be sitting good. I think after being able to kill some super mutants in there, I think that's going to push me up into the next level, which then I can instantly go into getting the nerd rage, and that will just hopefully keep me alive. It is nice to have these dogs cleared already. All that vicious mongrels. And thankfully the public library isn't that far away, and there's really not much in terms of danger before getting there. We have the police station that we can go and visit right off the bat. Diamond City Guard right there. And this, a lot of gunfire in the background. This gun is the exact reason why we carry it around. To kill these pesky little rat roaches. %. I would love it if one of them happened to be legendary. But look at that. With this pistol, we can get off a ton of shots. I mean, not like we have to do VATS as we have the critical built up already. Still detected. In this cell. Alright, well, what was I detected by? I thought for sure it would be one of the rad roaches. Get that Eddie Winter holotape. And, of course, pick up the buff out stim pack and all of those good things as well. Ah, there we go. Mid-air rad roach. And getting the shuffle is probably from the Diamond City security that's outside. Pick up this glowing rad roach meat. Ooh, 2 gold-plated flip lighters. Very, very nice. And just like that, we are at Boston Public Library. Now there will be a couple ghouls. Okay, under there, just a regular ghoul, and there's another one that's going to be by the trailer as well. Don't really want to shoot the trailer, but I kind of want to just test out this gun and get this area a little bit more clear. Well, 1 ghoul down. That is good enough for me. And a little foreshadowing, in case you're ever wondering, about what is inside here. Super mutants. And you can advance lockpick, but why do that when there's this beautiful intercom here?
I work here. Let me.
Please provide your 6.
My ID number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor. Please enjoy your visit.
And there we go.
Join the mess. We are currently.
We are good to enter. We are said to be the mayor, so the automated security inside is not going to affect us whatsoever. And this is where things could get a little interesting. So once again, you come in and tripwires. So if you did not come in, the tripwires would start going at it. And protectrons would start attacking you. And then after you had to deal with protectrons, well, then it would turn around and you'd have to be dealing with the lovely, lovely super mutants. And it would basically just be a death trap. But thankfully, we don't have to worry about that. And brought along some special treats here. We have 4 bottle cap mines and 8 fragmentation mines that have been picking up. So let's leave a nice little surprise for the super mutants when they decide that they're wanting to come in. We'll put 1 at each entry point here that they'll be coming. And I don't think that they get triggered until you are in the back room for super mutants coming in. But if they come in sooner than later, that's where things are going to start being an issue. Now we may as well take these grenades because I want all the XP as possible with, you know, just having my wonderful, wonderful explosives. So we'll put one at the bottom top, and now we have the fragmentation mines we can place. So I think this is going to be far enough away if we just put one there, and we can, that will explode, and then we can put one over on this side and put one back over on this side. Hopefully have them spaced out enough to where they won't go kablooey when the other ones go kablooey, and we can get some good kills on these super mutants. Now, I'm not sure if just the shooting or the explosives, if that will cause the protectrons to go hostile. If that is the case, the run will basically be over right now. So hopefully that's not the case. And we'll put at each little entry point, choke point, right in here. That might work over here too if they come around. And let's go one more, just right in here by this guy. Okay, so that is going to be about as best as we can do. We'll get 16 fragmentation grenades handy just in case. We have this weapon, which this one too can get off a bunch of shots in VATS. So I think we're going to want to be rolling with this and take the VAT shots when we can. But all things considered, we come back in here, close that door, because soon it will start kicking in. We got the curator, and
Excellent.
got the intelligence bobblehead, and right like that.
Visitors and employees are advised to seek cover and remain calm.
Heard bottle cap mine go off and got 182 XP. Very, very nice. And here comes in a skirmisher. $109 XP. There goes another bottle cap mine. Up to 50. Another 54 XP. I think I heard another bottle cap mine go off, but did not get experience. Now there's a decent chance that some of these guys coming in will in fact be a legendary. Just don't want to get a random. Another 20 XP and bottle cap mine again. 54 more XP. There's a legendary. Okay, we got. Love to get some experience from him, so we'll cripple him in his face. And I think the Protectrons are doing a pretty good job, all things considered. Ooh, don't turn that way. That makes me nervous. They shouldn't be coming in. Just a basic skirmisher. Ooh, so close. One more kill and I will level up. They're still going hard at it. Things are looking really good. I heard another explosive. Still in caution. Still hear the super mutants. So I'm curious. We got a Protectron here doing really well. And then the one machine gun turret's almost dead. And hey, look at that. Level up. Let's take that level up right now. So we have the intelligence bobblehead, which pushed us up to intelligence rank 10. And now we can take Nerd Raid. Genius is angry. When your health drops below 20%, time slows and you gain plus 20 damage resistance and do 20% more damage while the effect lasts. That is what I want to be rocking with. Get that slow time to potentially get out of a sticky situation without having to hurry in to do jet. Now, one thing I was planning, in addition to laying all of those mines when coming in here, was doing, you know, like a psycho buff or an overdrive. Because that would have been the smart thing to do to get that damage output and perception and everything. But I was not smart enough for that to remember, and at this point it's probably not needed. Look at the bodies in here. Couple protectrons, few super mutants. Okay, so that protectron is doing okay. We're still in caution, but we have a lot of protectrons down. Okay, back to hidden, but I still hear a super mutant. I'm just gonna slowly follow this protectron in. Okay, he's getting attacked on. He's gonna need help. Oh, biscuits and gravy. Okay, that did nothing. And there are a lot of super mutants left. Okay, so we have 2 mines left. They hit me a little bit. Danger is fading. And I may have seen a legendary in there. So at this point, now this is the time to utilize the psycho buff. Probably just do mutant hound chops because, well, mole rat chunks get a little bit more AP, get our HP also coming back, and yeah, overdrive I was thinking of doing. I think that's a psycho variant, so I don't think be able to get a benefit from that. But psycho buff, get that endurance and strength and damage. Thirsty, no big deal. And let's also do the Med-X and Day Tripper. No, it was Daddy-O. Get that intelligence. I was thinking Daddy-O. Get that intelligence coming +3, which would have been very, very good. Oh well, I think we'll be sitting okay with what we got now. I have insomnia. That takes so much water. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about what we have. Can shoot and drop some mines. Or huck another grenade in. That might be the better option. We got lots of grenades. Oh, 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 oh. Right at this corner. Man, those seems like they should have been good throws. So they are coming up slowly. So I'm gonna need to be able to be at this corner to be able to boogie on out of here. And the automated security was not as good as I thought it might be. But I know there was another one that was coming around the corner. super mutant way over there. Got one. Caution went close. Super mutant skirmisher down there somewhere. Throw another one. Okay, killed that one. Another skirmisher. Do I just keep throwing them in and hoping to get lucky? Okay, that did nothing. Okay, there he is. Down, right down there. Good throw? No, bad throw. Oh, but it got him.
Security breach neutral.
Yes.
Visitors may now come and go as they please. All employees, please return to work.
Whew. Okay, so there's a decent chance, seeing this pile of protectrons right here, a decent chance that one of my bottle cap mines or mines went off and just wreaked havoc on them as well. But that makes me feel so good that the security breach is dealt with. Like, oh man, look at all these protectrons laying around. That is just insane. And there's for sure at least one legendary. And hopefully there will be more. I'll go around and grab all of the loot from this place and these super mutants before heading on out. But first things first, I want to find a legendary if it's around. So nothing there. I don't think they made their way all the way in here, which does not appear as they did. We got that nice pile up in the hallway we can look at. Yeah, all these protectrons, military grade circuit board, all of that good stuff. But what do we have? Skirmisher, regular, just mutant hound, another skirmisher. It'd be actually kind of a little bit disappointing if there is only one legendary super mutant in the bunch. And it would be an even bigger disappointment, I was going to say, if we can't find said legendary. But there we go. Ghoul Slayer's metal chest piece reduces damage by ghouls 15%. Not bad in certain situations, but again, this is a no armor run. So we'll take it, but we won't worry about it all that much. And nobody came in this way? Were you already dead? Were you part of the set dressing? Possibly. So, well, all in all, looks like there's going to be a lot of ammunition, a lot of loot. Try to take some of these, meat. Try to take some of the weapons if they're any good. Short pipe rifle and spiked board. Not going to worry about. That is not really needed at all. And of course, back here, you still have, little suitcases to unlock, dirty water, and all of this different good stuff. Storage room key, which is very, very important as well. You have the Curator Givens. Nothing too special about him, except for I think he is guaranteed to have... I thought that was combat armor. So, never mind. Scratch that. But we got the storage room key, and we can replace one of our bottle cap mines that we just used up. And we get a stealth boy, and then just the generic steamer trunk. 5 missiles. Not worth it, but there is a bayoneted missile launcher in here if you so wanted it. But get some just Salisbury steak, and look at that. Get a combat shotgun in here. Random, which we already have. And just a good generic loot. But just lots of good stuff, which overdue books, we can return those and pick up the Massachusetts Journal of Medicine and get that plus 2% to limb damage output. However, I only had 2 coming into this, so even with what's scattered around the library, it's not going to be enough to purchase it. So won't worry about that right now. And that kind of looks like a star core. A little bit, just with less flashy lights. I suppose that makes sense. But I think this is going to be basically where we will end it. I'll loot up this place proper, get that all taken care of, and depending on how heavy I am for capacity, might, well, actually, I think I will run back to Hangman's Alley and hopefully find dog meat at that point. And then I really do think with how well this went, dealing with the super mutants, I think it is time to go rescue Nick. Push the main game a little bit further along. I mean, we are sitting at a wonderful level 20, which level 20 is, once you start hitting that, things are starting to look a little bit up. Like, I have 459 hit points. Now that is artificially boosted from the Psycho buff. But that is a lot of hit points, even with no damage resistance whatsoever. So I think we will be good going forward. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I am looking forward to getting into the meat of the game just a little bit more. I think this will all of a sudden become a very good challenge, and boy, I am looking forward to it, and hopefully you are too. But with that, thanks for watching, and thanks for joining. And until next time, powering off.